Hello everyone, today I am going to show you a very interesting effect, that is 3D light rays. Again, with that I am going to show you some text animation in Blackmagic Design Fusion. So let's start in Fusion. So this is my viewport. I go to Tools, 3D, and create one tool, Text 3D. I just drag that node in viewport, and here I write some text. Disco Dancer, a very famous Indian movie acted by Mithun Chakravarti, one of my favorite actors. Now here in viewport I activate light so that we can see proper depth in viewport. So now in text attribute I go to extrusion, and here I increase some depth. Okay, you can play with this bevel depth and all this stuff. For example, I just increase bevel depth, little bevel width, so you see some crispy edge on my text. Okay, now I want to animate this text like you see in title video. So for that I add one modifier in style text. So to add modifier, I just right click over here and I add follower modifier. So I just click on this. So this modifier come under modifiers tab. So here that modifier. So I want to animate this text in its Y size. So for that I go to transform, and to apply any followers you have to animate those stuff. So to animate these things you can apply keyframe, but here I do something else. I just right click over here and I add one more follower for size Y. So in modify width go to shape. And now you see so to do some changes in my animation I have to go shape modifier. So I just change my minimum value 0.04 and maximum 2. Okay, so it looks like this. And to increase the speed of this animation you have to change in the smoothness. So if I decrease the smoothness, my animation little faster, it's more faster. So I just set over here. Now see the animation apply on all text symmetric. So to randomize these things I have to go follower, and here in timing I just apply delay. Now you see something like that, but still it's randomized, but it's little bit smoother graph, smoothly is dancing, but I want more randomization in this animation. So for that I go to order, and here in order I just change random but 1 by 1. So now you see we increase some speed of this animation. Now I want to change some color, random color in this text. So for that I go to follower. In follower I have to go to shading, and here in color red, green and blue, I just right click on this red color and apply one more modifier, that is again shape. I just stop this thing, right click over here, again modify shape. In blue right click, modify with shape. So here all modifier. So as you see the colors are same because the value of random shade is and all smoothness and all are same. So just what I have to do, just click over here for random shade, also here, and same thing with blue. So now I get some like this. You can change the smoothness of these colors. Okay, so that's it for text animation. So we dance our text, the color of text is randomized. So now I have to create one shape 3D foreground, and I have to create one merge 3D, and I merge this text and shape 3D, and I just drag this merge 3D on my viewport. Now I select my shape 3D and just go to 3D control tab and rotate this in -90 degree, and I increase the size of this canvas, or say plane, to be 20. Okay, so this shape 3D present my ground to capture basically shadow. Now I create one light, and that is spotlight, because spotlight has very good control in Fusion, and I add these things in Merge 3D. I select my spotlight, I just move in Z, and here I apply juice target. Okay, and I move my light like this, and even I now activate this shadow option on my viewport, so we can see the shadow thing like this. Now I select my spotlight, I go to control, I increase cone angle so that I can cover my text. Even I move my light little far. Okay, something like this. Now to capture these things we need a camera. So here I create one camera, and I put this camera over here, and I move my camera little far so that we can cover my text. Now to see the final output, I have to create one render 3D, and my merge output go to render 3D. Now I convert this viewport in 2 view. Okay, so now you see this output. I select my camera, I just go to 3D control and use target. so you can easily move this stuff. I just move my camera in Y. Now in render 3D you have to activate enable light as well as enable shadow. And here one more tricky thing, you have to select this shape 3D, that is my ground. I just change the name by pressing F2 and I write down ground. Okay, now I select this thing, I go to material tab and here deactivate this receives light. So the shape 3D capture the shadow but not receiving the light. Okay, as well as I have to go to spotlight, in spotlight control shadow, increase the density of shadow because this is a little gray. I have to dark these things. You can change the shadow map size to increase the quality of this shadow. I need to add some softness in this shadow, so what I have to go, shadow map sampling and softness. In softness I activate variable. Now you see you got some softness. So in sprayed I decrease this value, for example 2, 1, and filter size 0.1. Okay, now you see the output look like this. Okay, so I complete my one task and here I have to create one background. White color and just merge these two things, so it's look like this. So white background and text and shadow in black. Obviously there is some green light over here, so we need to use these things. Now for rays, so what I have to do, I create one more merge 3D, apply same text in this merge 3D, same camera in merge 3D, but no light and no ground, and I create one render 3D. So you see we got this color output. Now for rays I go to tools, blur and directional blur, and I apply these things over here, and in directional blur attribute you have to select zoom and I increase this value, for example 1. But now you see it takes too much time to calculate this blur thing. So how to reduce these things, how to reduce this calculation, because we need to create these rays. Okay, so here I show you some cheat technique to increase the speed to calculate these rays. So I just delete these things because see, my canvas is full HD 1920 into 1080, so it is little heavier. So now I just go to tools, transform, resize. In resize you just select keep frame aspect, and I decrease the size to 720. So now canvas reduce. So here now I apply directional blur, and in that zoom and length will be 1. So now you see the speed is increased, and again I create one more, transform resize, to set my size to 1920 1080. Okay, so now you see it calculate little faster. Okay, in directional blur I add some glow. Even over here I add one color correction tool, and I just increase the saturation. So this color look little brighter. So resize, directional blur, and then again the resize. Okay, so my rays is created. Now for this ring things, what I have to do, create one merge node. Okay, and in this color correction node I just apply this thing, and from here I just apply this thing, and in blending mode I use multiply. So now you see you get this colored ring, and here I have my rays. Now here I create one merge node. Now it is very important that you have to put this light rays as background, and these things, that text and shadow, as foreground, and just apply blending mode to multiply. So now you see it look like this. Now here you have this light colored light wrap. So I just one more merge node, I put these things as background and this thing as foreground, and just I change my alpha gain to 0, and you see you get good light wrap. And lastly I add soft blue on this thing, then gain down, increase the size of glow, and now you see you get some good light rays. But now the difficult things, I just change my directional, little. Now for example I animate my camera. So I just right click in X offset, animate, and over here okay, so now the problems comes, because see, when the camera move, the rays and light direction should be changed. So now how we tackle these things? So we need to find the location of my light in 3D to 2D. Here the light in 3D space and my directional blur is 2D. So we have to convert this 3D location into 2D. So there is some script, there is some mathematics for that, but I'm not going to show you that thing. I just I just show you one cheated technique for that. Okay, I'll cover that thing in my fusion expression series. So how to find a 3D location in 2D. So for that, to find the location of light in 2D, what I have to do, I just create one shape 3D. Okay, and here I convert that thing into sphere and just point to very small sphere. Okay, now I go to spotlight and I select spotlight as well as this shape 3D. Now in shape 3D, just go to 3D controller, right click over here, add expression, right click over here, add expression, and right click over here and expression. Now I just click on this picker tool, go to spotlight and pick X offset, Y offset. For Y offset, I click over here, Y offset, and for Z, Z offset. So now you see the sphere located exactly where my light is. Now I create one more merge 3D. I put this sphere in this and my camera in this. Okay, and I select tool and render 3D. So now you see you get the location of your light. I just decrease the size of my sphere 0.05 or 0.1. Okay, that is good. Now I have to track this stuff, but as you see that I resize my canvas. Okay, so for that I just copy this resize, Ctrl C, and here I paste by pressing Ctrl Shift V. So it instance, so whatever I change over here, it automatically change over here, and I put these things over here. Now I select this thing, I create tracking tracker, and I put this tracker over here. You can use your arrow key, and I just track this stuff like this. Okay, so here you got this track information. I have to connect this track information into this. So for that I select this tracker 1 and directional blur. I go to directional blur, right click over here, add expression, and specially I believe to change in X. So I just delete these things. I go to tracker and select tracker 1, track center, and here I have to apply dot X. Okay, so it capture the data of tracks X of this track center. So now you see the light also move according, the light rays also move according to my camera movement. So now you see the rays look like 3D rays, okay, but it's actually 2D. So this is the way you can create some packed 3D light rays. So I can share this project with you. You can check in description. Hope you like this tutorial. See you soon.